Are you over the age of 50? Thinking about getting gastric sleeve or bypass? Well, in today's video, I've got a confession to make, and that adventure starts now. If this is your first time to the channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, so you'll be notified of when new videos like this one drop. My name is Marina Franco. I am 51 years old currently, and about a week-ish or so, I will be out getting my gastric sleeve. And I want to talk pre-op. I do have another video about pre-op, but this really is about the first week of my pre-op. So I've done pre-op now 1 week, and it was hard. It's been hard, I'm not gonna lie. The first 3 days of my pre-op, I was actually at a convention, and I was staying at the hotel, and it's not like, hotel restaurants necessarily have the best variety of stuff. And to be honest, I'm slightly picky when it comes to like salads. I don't like a lot of stuff in my salad. So, the first night I was there, it was a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I started my pre-op on a Wednesday. So Tuesday night, I ate a burger, I had queso, nachos. I mean, it was like everything that I could eat, right? And then woke up Wednesday morning. Now, I had prepared and pre-packed a bunch of stuff. There was a fridge in the room, but let me tell you what, it was the smallest fridge I have ever seen. I barely could get my protein shakes in. And so I had cut up celery, cucumbers, I made spaghetti squash, which I'll tell you about that later. I had carrots, brought a couple of boiled eggs, I brought some pickles, and of course I brought my shakes, and they had water there, so I just drank the water there. I did bring my Hydrospark. Check out my video about the stuff that I pre-bought. It's in there, and that way I could drink while I was in the convention. So I had coffee in the morning, and I poured a portion of my protein shake into my coffee because I do like coffee and I do need something in it. So poured a little bit of that while I had a second one, or finished that one. And then we went to the convention, didn't have breakfast because that was my breakfast. And I did pack my vegetables. And I'm just gonna say, guys, I am not creative when it comes to cooking or cooking vegetables or just cooking, period, okay? Do me a favor, leave a comment of some of your favorite veggie recipes, okay? Especially if you're post-op and have done this and it's been a little bit, leave me some of your favorite recipes, because I'm just not that creative. I mean, I just cook it the same way over and over and over again, and it gets boring. So basically the most creative thing I did was just chop up some vegetables, okay? So did that, had my water, snacked a little bit, then it was lunchtime, and I'm allowed 6 ounces of lean protein. Well, I'm on a team. I told you I'm in real estate, so I'm on a real estate team, and they were taking us to dinner that night at a steakhouse. So guess what? I'm saving all my lean protein for that steakhouse. So what did I end up having? A really not great salad. I mean, it was just basically like lettuce. That's all it was, and not even like the good lettuce. And so I was a little hungry, had another shake. I can have up to 3 protein shakes, and had another shake during the second part of the convention. And, I was hungry. I was hungry, not so much that first day, but as the days progressed over this past week, I have gotten, hungry or hangry, right? Anyway, so went to the steakhouse, had myself a 7 ounce. I know I said 6, I didn't eat the whole thing, but I will give myself a little bit of kudos. A lot of people were getting appetizers, and I asked for a side salad. So I had a side salad. I did order broccoli. Somebody else had asparagus. It's family style, so we shared, and I only ate about 6 ounces of the steak, took the rest back to the hotel. Day 2, again, we didn't have to start till later, and I had my shake. I should have had lunch because I should have grabbed something for lunch. All I ended up grabbing was a little pouch of beef jerky. And because that's all they had in this little, little shop, right? There was a coffee shop, but looking at the menu, they didn't have anything that I could really, like, they didn't have eggs, nothing like that. So I, needless to say, was super hungry on that last day. I did not prepare well on that last day. Even though I had stuff in the fridge, I didn't take it with me for the second part of the conference, which was from 2 to 6. And we had to wait in line. Tony Robbins spoke, so there was a bunch of people there, and we were waiting in line, and I should have grabbed another couple of shakes. They wouldn't let us bring bags in, and that was the issue. I didn't want to carry I'm carrying everything in, but I could have grabbed a couple more shakes, I think. I had my water, maybe a container of my vegetables. I might have felt better, but I was really, really hungry. Told my husband I wanted to go to Jason's Deli. We ended up going to Jason's Deli. I ended up having tuna fish. They do serve it in 4 to 6 ounces, and had a salad. So, still staying pretty good. So that was Thursday. So 2 days in. Friday, I had to come up with something. And the one thing I was doing over the last week, except for the last couple of days, was waiting till the evening time to eat all my protein. Yes, I'd have my protein shakes. Yes, I'd have vegetables. I'm just eating the same things. So I found a cookbook that had just vegetable type recipes. And on Monday, I actually made vegetable soup. I made this kind of puree soup. It had a summer squash, carrot, half a carrot, some ginger, and you boil it, and then you puree it with my immersion blender. And I tasted it, and it tasted really good, but I added a little bit of cinnamon to it, and it really tastes like fall. So yeah, I've been super hungry. Even though I can eat unlimited non-starchy vegetables, I haven't really been doing that, and been eating all my protein at night. And I believe it was Monday that we went back to Jason's, and I got another 4 ounces of tuna, had the salad, and I felt so much better because I was really run down, really tired, and I felt better. And it was pretty much at that point, I'm like, okay, I've got to have at least 3 ounces of protein, lean protein, during the afternoon, and then again, so for lunch and for dinner. So did that yesterday. I will say the hardest part is because of the career I have, I am meeting with clients, I'm having lunch with clients, I'm having lunch with other realtors, I'm having lunch with vendors. So I did have a lunch with a client, and I'm looking through the salads. And again, remember what I tell you, I'm very picky on my salads. But they did have a salmon salad. The guy said it was about 6 ounces of salmon, and had it was lettuce, some carrots, things like that. And so I had that, ate half of it, and then actually gave the other half to my husband, and ended up cooking some chicken breast last night. So variety is definitely the thing, but I will say doing that yesterday, I felt way better, didn't feel as tired. I'm again meeting another client for lunch. So, just trying to find some place where I can have 6 ounces or 3 ounces of a lean protein, whether it's chicken or fish. I'm staying away from the beef unless I get it myself or at a steakhouse, because that tends to be leaner. So fish or chicken, and then putting, a salad or side vegetable with it. And I'm feeling much, much better. I do start clear liquid diet next week for 3 days. And that's going to be interesting because, again, one day is my travel day. I did order some packets, if you ever seen those Crystal Light packets, it's obviously a little bit bigger, but I did order some non-flavored protein that I hopefully can put into the broth that I also have, which again is in a packet because I need travel friendly stuff for when I go to Mexico and when I come back from Mexico. So I do know, and maybe y'all can help me with this, I do know that it's hard to get the protein to mix up if it's hot. So what are some of your, do you put it in cold water and shake it up a little bit? Do you temper it? I do know that word for you cooks out there. Do you temper it with hot water a little bit and get it really stirred up, and then you can pour it into the hot liquid? Tell me your secret. Tell me your secret, because I don't want gloppy, yucky protein in my broth. So that's my confession. I'm not very creative. There have been a couple of times. I will say at the restaurant, they had bread, and yes, I had one small little piece of bread. I'm gonna take that as a win, because normally I would have like half a loaf of it. So I had one, and one little sip of wine because we were all toasting. So I don't think that would hurt me on my pre-op diet. I hope not, but that was the only night. And yes, I'm confessing that I did that. But so far so good on everything else. Been just drinking my protein shakes, been drinking a lot of water, which I do anyways. Been trying to find different ways to cook vegetables. Oh, the spaghetti squash. So I didn't eat the spaghetti squash at the convention, but when I got home, I wanted to eat it. And I seasoned it, started eating it, and I'm like, what is wrong with this? It was so rock hard. And by the way, if you hear snoring in the background, sorry, it's one of the bulldogs sleeping next to me, so she's snoring. But I just, like, it was so hard, and I was like, this is not good. So I ended up throwing the whole thing away, one big spaghetti squash, and I looked up the recipe on how to cook it, and this person said, you know, a lot of people want to put it in for an hour, which I did, and she's like, look, no more than 30-40 minutes is what you need. So I did buy another one. I'm going to try again in a couple of days for this weekend. I love squash. I just can't eat the acorn squash or the butternut because it's got a little bit more starch to it than like the summer squash and the spaghetti squash. So I'm going to try again with the spaghetti squash and see if I can get it where it's not so rock hard. So anyways, again, leave me some of your favorite recipes, especially for the vegetables. And I'm gonna, be on a clear liquid diet coming real soon. And I'm not talking about my 3-day clear liquid diet. I'm talking about my liquid diet afterwards. So what are some of the things y'all like to do that, that you post-op people, what did you guys do for clear liquid? What'd you do for your liquid stage? I am prepared with protein shakes. Not a whole bunch of them, but I know I'm gonna have to buy more, but I'm prepared with protein shakes. I'm prepared with liquid concentrate protein. I bought some of that's in different flavors that I think I can put in my water on the clear liquid diet side. What else? I just, what is it that you guys have done? And coming up on some of these other videos, I'm going to talk about how to deal with your diet while you're doing activities, because I have a meeting coming up at the end of September, and I'll only be 3 weeks post-op. And it's a team meeting, and they do provide lunch, and I know I will not be anywhere near ready to eat any type of real food. So what is it that you've done? Leave in the comments, be ready to watch that video. What have you guys done to help yourself with something like that, and different things that come up? I can push off some of my clients for lunch for a few months, just saying, hey, I'm busy. Can we do in October, late October? But yeah, tell me some of the tricks that you guys have used. So, all right, y'all, that is all there is today. Thanks for listening to my confession. But until next time, I'll see you around.